indicate which symbol makes each of the following statements true. Now, recall that the symbol, this one means is an element of, and the following symbol means is not an element of. So if we take a look at A, it says the set that contains the empty set contains one element, which is the set, the empty set. Now this means that the empty set is an element of the set. Therefore, we would say that the empty symbol is an element of that set. Now, the number 512 is an element of P such that P is equal to 2 to the n, and n is an element of a natural number. If and only if there is some natural number n for which 2 to the n equals 512. Now, to help determine whether there is such a natural number n, you want to start by finding the first few powers of 2. Now, 2 to the first power is 2, 2 to the second power is 4, 2 to the third power is 8. Continuing this process and summarizing the results in the given table gives us the following. So, if you look here, if we let 2 to the fourth gives us 16, 2 to the fifth gives us 32, 2 to the sixth gives us 64, 2 to the seventh gives us 128, 2 to the eighth gives us 256, 2 to the ninth gives us 512. So you can see here that 2 to the ninth is equal to 512. We want to know if 512 is an element of that set. So, since 2 to the ninth is equal to 512, there is a natural number for n, for which 2 to the n is equal to 512. So then we would say that 512 is an element of the following set. So 512 would then use the symbol for the following set. Now let's take a look at part C. The number 7087 is an element of P such that P is equal to 7n minus 4, and n is a natural number. If and only if there is some natural number n for which 7n minus 4 is equal to 7087. So what we're going to do is now we're going to set this equal to that number and then solve for n. So 7n minus 4 is equal to 7087, and then we're going to add 4 to both sides, and we get 7n, which is equal to 7091. Now in order to solve for n, we're going to divide both sides by 7, and we get n, which is equal to 1013. Now it follows that 7087 is of the form 7n minus 4, and the value of n must be 1013. Now notice that 1013 is a natural number, so then we would say the following. We'd say that this means that 7087 is an element of that particular set. Okay, so there we have, it's an element of that set. Now let's take a look at D. D, it says the letter P is an element of P such that P is equal to 10 to the n, and n is a natural number. And that's if and only if there is some natural number n for which 10 to the n is equal to P. Now notice that 10 to the n is a number for any natural number n, whereas P is a letter. So it follows that it is not possible to find a natural number n for which 10 to the nth power is equal to P. So therefore we would say that this means that P is not an element of that set. So therefore we would say that it's not an element of that set.